It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 4th Annual ARPA-E Energy Innovation Summit. I'm not only the Deputy Director of ARPA-E, but I'm going to be your host for the next several days. So you'll be seeing me on the stage when we have announcements to make or things to change, which, as you all know, things happen like that during conferences. Let me introduce first, though, the rest of the ARPA-E leadership team. Shane Kosinski, Deputy Director for Operations, and our Acting Deputy Director for Technology, Dr. Eric Rolfing. Many of you may be familiar with ARPA-E, but for those of you who are new to the summit, we wanted to quickly review ARPA-E's mission, discuss some of the accomplishments and changes that we've had in the past year, and highlight some key aspects of the summit. The mission of ARPA-E is to advance high-potential, high-impact, transformational energy technologies that are too early for private investors. We're focused on economic security, environmental security, and energy security for the United States. What makes a project an ARPA-E project, you might ask? There's 4 things. Does it have sufficient impact? Is it going to be transformational? If it works, will it matter? Is often what we ask ourselves. It's got to be translational. When we finish an ARPA-E project, are there going to be ways for that project to move forward on its pathway to the marketplace? And it's got to have an outstanding team. We'll be talking about all aspects of that over the next couple days. We focus on energy transformations that can bring meaningful advancement with a small amount of capital. We empower our researchers. We provide technical help. We provide market translation assistance, as well as the funding. I'd like to introduce Shane Kosinski, though, to talk a little bit about some of the staffing changes we've seen at ARPA-E this year. Shane?
Thanks, Cheryl. Good afternoon. ARPA-E has a fantastic team. Everyone in ARPA-E is hardworking, mission-driven, and passionate about what they do every day. We all believe that the projects we fund could truly change the world. ARPA-E's program directors are a key component to our organization. Our program directors create inspirational programs, select transformational projects, and help our performers achieve their aspirations. ARPA-E is unique in that our program directors serve limited terms. This helps recruit some of the best and brightest across the country to serve in our organization. This also ensures that ARPA-E continuously evolves, bringing fresh perspectives and new ideas into our organization. Because of the term-limited nature of many of our staff, over the past year, ARPA-E has undergone significant changes. We are excited about this because change is what we are. 2 members of our founding leadership team, Dr. Arun Majumdar and Dr. Eric Toon, as well as 7 program directors and fellows, have moved on to new challenges and pursuits. Many of them are here today in this audience. I ask that you please join me in thanking them for their leadership and mark they have left on both ARPA-E and this country. We also have several new staff joining us today. Over the past year, we have recruited and hired 6 new program directors into our organization. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about each of them. First is Howard Brantz. Dr. Howard Brantz. Howard is joining us from National Renewable Energy Lab in Golden, Colorado. Dr. Ramon Gonzalez is joining us from Rice University in Texas. Dr. James Klausner is joining us from the University of Florida. Dr. John Lemon is joining us from Pacific Northwest National Lab in the state of Washington. Dr. Ping Liu is joining us from HRL Laboratories in California. And Dr. Brian Wilson is from Colorado State University. If you would like more information on these program directors, their backgrounds, and what they're interested in a technical area in ARPA-E, I encourage you to please visit our website on a regular basis. In addition to the program directors, we have also had 3 ARPA-E fellows and several tech-to-market team members join our organization. Over the next few days, I hope you'll have an opportunity to meet the entire ARPA-E staff. I continue to be proud and excited about all of the ARPA-E's entire team and their focus on mission. So as you can see, a lot has changed in ARPA-E, and that includes technical development of our projects, which Eric is going to tell you more about.
Thank you, Shane. It's been a very exciting year for technology in ARPA-E. Our new program directors have really hit the ground running. We've launched 2 focus programs, we've run an SBIR program, and held our second open funding call. The first focus program we launched is called MOVE, Methane Opportunities for Vehicular Energy. The 13 projects in this program develop technologies that reduce the barriers to mass adoption of natural gas-powered vehicles by enabling at-home refueling and onboard vehicle storage at low cost and high energy density. The program is looking at new ways to create practical and affordable natural gas storage tanks, either through new designs of the tank itself or innovative sorbent technology. It's also looking at new compressor designs to enable at-home refueling using existing natural gas infrastructure. The second focus program is AMPed, Advanced Management and Protection of Energy Storage Devices. The AMPed program takes a unique systems approach to dramatically improve the management and protection of energy storage on electrical vehicles and for the electrical grid. These 14 projects seek to develop advanced sensing, control, and power management technologies that redefine the way we think about batteries management. Rapid progress is being made in new battery materials and storage technologies. AMPed provides a very important complement, looking at innovations in the management of electrical energy storage systems. As I mentioned earlier, we also ran an SBIR solicitation that funded 6 advanced energy storage projects at innovative small companies across the country. Finally, we held our second open funding call, Open 2012, which was announced at last year's summit. Our open solicitation gets at the very essence of ARPA-E, seeking all types of projects that have the potential for game-changing breakthroughs in energy technology. In November, we announced $130 million in funding for 66 projects across 24 states. These projects focus on an enormous range of energy technologies, including advanced biofuels, new vehicle design using novel materials, building efficiency, carbon capture, grid modernization, renewable power, and storage of energy through electrical, thermal, and chemical means. Overall, we launched about 100 projects funded with about $250 million last year. What's coming next? Great things. We just announced a funding opportunity called RANGE, Robust Affordable Next Generation EV Storage. RANGE seeks transformational electrochemical energy storage technologies that can improve driving range, cost, and reliability for electric vehicles. And stay tuned for more focused funding opportunities to come. As excited as we are about these, I'm going to tell you now that we can't talk to you about these during the summit. So just please pay attention to our website, and you'll see them as soon as they're announced.
Thanks, Eric. If you take the investments that we've made over the past year and add them to those that we've made in the prior years, you'll see that we've invested $770 million in 285 projects, and we're proud of every single one of them. Of course, as Eric said, we can't talk about exactly what we're going to do next, but you can't stop ARPA-E and this community from talking about technology. So right after this session and Hans Rosling's talk, we're actually going to be going into technology discussions with the program directors and fellows. The sessions are entitled The Future of electricity, of materials, of transportation and fuels. And in those sessions, they're intended to give you an insight about how we were thinking about a space, what we've already done in it, get a little bit of an ideas about where we may be going and some of the FOAs we've announced, but really to embrace this community in a dialogue in each of these sectors about where should we be thinking, where are your ideas, where are your thought processes for the future. And so we're really looking forward to a dynamic set of conversations during those sessions. And so I've already previewed a little bit of this afternoon's summit, but let me turn it back over to Shane to give you a little bit more about some of the aspects of what we're going to be talking about in the next couple days.
Thanks again, Cheryl. What I want to do now is highlight some of the important aspects of this year's summit that I think you'll enjoy. First, this year, ARPA-E has an ARPA-E booth. The ARPA-E booth is in the middle of the technology showcase. Hopefully you can't miss it. Please, I encourage you to visit our booth, talk to us, talk to our staff, learn more about our ARPA-E, learn how to apply for funding, learn how to join our organization, learn about what we're currently seeking for technical ideas. So the ARPA-E booth will be open when the rest of the showcase is open, so I encourage you to visit the booth. Next is a government networking session. Later this afternoon, this session will bring together technical program managers across the United States government to discuss with you what they're looking for in technical areas, to hear from you what problems you're having, to hear from you what you need for testbed opportunities. These representatives come from 17 offices across the area, including the Departments of Defense, Energy, Agriculture, Transportation, NSF, and NASA. I encourage you to attend this important networking session this afternoon. We also have a great student program. This year, we have brought 70 graduate students from across the U.S. to this summit at no cost to them. This group of students is the next generation of energy researchers. We hope this summit will introduce them to the energy community. Lastly, I would like to thank our partner for this summit, Technology Forums. This summit, everything you see around you, would not be possible without Technology Forums. We greatly appreciate their hard work in making this event work.
The technology showcase is also different this year. We've expanded the time for the showcase to 5 sessions, and we'll be providing buffet lunch in the showcase each day. We've also listened to feedback from last year's attendees, and we'll have better signage and maps so you can find the technologies of interest to you. There'll be a demo stage where technologists can sign up to feature their innovations. We also have a smartphone app for the summit this year where you can easily view event information and receive updates right on your phone. The app also allows you to view information about speakers, panels, technology showcase participants, and allows you to interact with other attendees and to create your own personalized agenda for the summit. The printed program has additional information on how to download the app or just search ARPA-E from your phone's app store.
You know we've arrived when there's an app for that, right? ARPA-E is all about a keen focus on challenging technology areas while at the same time staying focused on the ultimate application in the marketplace. That's why we constantly ask ourselves, if it works, will it matter? Where is this technology going to ultimately go? Who's going to help us get it there? We place a major emphasis on technology to market. We ask every single team that we fund to have a plan for life after ARPA-E. And we work really hard to make sure that that makes sense for them and is very detailed for them. We're starting to be really excited by some of the technology milestones we're seeing being hit, as well as some of the handoffs that we're starting to see happen. The summit itself and every single one of you are part of this process, helping to move technology forward, sharing ideas, seeing where partnerships should form, and how things could make sense to move towards that bright energy future. We bring together academia, government, and business in this forum very uniquely about the technology and the networks. We have an exciting program planned over these next several days, very much focused around feedback from you and focused on making every bit of this experience better for each of you. We'll be asking for your feedback over time, how we can improve it even more for the future. But I'd ask each of you, think about what do you want to have from this conference in the next 3 days, and go after that as we break for the next session. We're really excited to have you here with us. Thank you for joining us. Thanks, guys.